हरि ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य वयम् अनुस्वारस्य विषये किञ्चित् जानीमः। अनुस्वारः इत्युक्ते किम्? अनुस्वारस्य प्रयोगः कुत्र करणीयः इति वयं जानीमः। Welcome you all. Today we'll learn about Anuswara. What is Anuswara? And when or where to use Anuswara. This we will learn today. The first question which arises is, what is Anuswara? अनुस्वारः इत्युक्ते किम्? सामान्यतया वयं पश्यामः लेखनसमये कस्यचित् अक्षरस्य उपरि एकः बिन्दुः दृश्यते। सः एव अनुस्वारः इति उच्यते। A dot above a letter is called as Anuswara. I have given examples like kam, kim, kum, kom, ham, एवं भवति. सो सर्वदा अनुस्वारः स्वर अक्षरस्य अनन्तरमेव भवति. सो उदाहरणं कम् इत्युक्ते तस्य विभागः एवं भवति, इक् प्लस् आ प्लस् इम्. So the anuswara comes after a swara. It will not directly come after a vyanjana. So that we have to understand before that. And the next is, we'll see couple of examples where anuswara is used. Examples: aham gacchami, I am coming. Kim tat, what is that? Katham dhavati, how does it run? I am harihi, he is hari. And pustakam kutra asti, where is the book? So in all these examples, the makara im is translated to anuswara. So in today's session, we are going to learn why that translation happens and when to do that, when to use anuswara. This is what we are going to learn on today's session. So here I have collected some set of sentences with makara. Let us try to analyze these sentences. The sentences are like aham gacchami, I am going. Aham agacchami, I am coming. Kim tat, what is that? Kim etat, what is this? Tat chakram, that is wheel. Tat pushpam, that is flower. And vastram, the cloth. See, in all these sentences, there is a makara. Makara is nothing but the im, aham, kim, chakram, pushpam. In all these sentences, there is a im. So now I just translated, or I just changed all makaras to anuswaras in the right hand side. So all makaras in the left hand sides are changed to anuswaras in the right hand side. So now the question arises, which one is correct, whether with makara or with anuswara? So before we try to conclude this, we'll just learn few rules regarding the anuswara. Then we will come back and analyze these sentences again. The first rule is applicable only to word and makara. That means the makara can happen at the beginning of the word, middle of the word, and at the end of the word. So here we are worried about the makara which is at the end of the word. Okay, so the second rule is, if the next word starts with a consonant, then the makara will get transformed to Anuswara. The first rule is the Makara should be at the end, and the second rule is the next word after Makara, if that word starts with a consonant, the Makara will get transformed to Anuswaraha. And third rule is if the Makara is at the end of the sentence, then the change won't happen. If there is a Makara at the end of the word and that word is the last word in the sentence, then that Makara will remain as it is. So that is the third rule. So let me just go over the rules again. These rules are applicable only to the Makara which is at the end of the word, and the next word, if that starts with a consonant, the Makara transforms to Anuswaraha, and if the Makara is at the end of the sentence, then the change won't happen. Now let's go back and see all our sentences and we will analyze which one is correct. The first example is Aham gachami. I am going. Aham gachami. So here the Makara im is at the end of the word Aham, and the next word is starting with the letter Ga, that is a consonant. So the Makara will get transformed to Anuswara. And the next example is Aham agachami. So here Makara is at the end of the word and second word starts with a swara which is not a consonant. So the Makara will not get transformed to Anuswara, it remains as it is. And third is Kim Tat. So here the Makara is at the end of the word and next word starts with Ta which is a consonant. So the Makara transforms to Anuswara. And fourth one is Kim Etad. Makara is at the end of the word and next word starts with A which is a swara. So the Makara will not get transformed to Anuswara. It remains as it is. And the next example is Tat Chakram. So here Makara is at the end of the word, at the same time end of the sentence. So after Tat Chakram, after that there is no other words or no other sentences after that. It is the end of the sentence. So the Makara will not get transformed to Anuswara. It remains as it is. And next example is Tat Pushpam, Tat Sundaram. So here there are two Makaras. Each Makara is at end of the in end of those sentences, like Tat Pushpam is a one sentence, Tat Sundaram is another sentence. So the Makara will not get transformed to Anuswara because both are at the end of the sentence. So though the first Makara is in end of the word and the next word starts with a consonant, as this first Makara is the end of the first sentence, this Makara remains as it is. And the next last example is Vastram. So here Vastram is a word and Makara is at the end of the word and there are no other words before or after. Vastram is a single word. So whenever we specify a single word with Makarantam at the end, then the Makara will not change. It remains as it is. So this is how the rules are interpreted and applied in the sentences. So while we write any sentence in Sanskrit, let us take care of this Makara whether it has to be Makara or Anuswara. We'll analyze and we'll write the sentences. And we'll also see what is the Vyakaranam behind this. अत्र एतस्य व्याकरणनियमः कः, व्याकरणे सूत्रं किम् अस्ति इति वयं जानीमः. अत्र अष्टमाध्यायस्य तृतीयपादस्य 23तमं सूत्रमस्ति मोनुस्वारः इति. अनेन सूत्रेण सः मकारः अनुस्वारः इति परिवर्तनं भवति. उदाहरणार्थम् अत्र एतस्य सूत्रस्य छेदः अस्ति महा अनुस्वारः इति. अनन्तरम् एतस्य सूत्रस्य अनुवृत्तिः अपि अस्ति. अष्टमाध्यायस्य तृतीयपादस्य 22तमं सूत्रमस्ति हलि. अनन्तरं अस्य सूत्रस्य 3 अधिकाराः सन्ति. प्रथमः अष्टमाध्यायस्य प्रथमपादस्य 16तमं सूत्रं पदस्य इति. तथैव अष्टमाध्यायस्य द्वितीयपादस्य प्रथमसूत्रं पूर्वत्रासिद्धम् इति. अनन्तरम् अष्टमाध्यायस्य द्वितीयपादस्य 800तमं सूत्रमस्ति संहितायाम्. आहत्य 3 अधिकाराः सन्ति. एका अनुवृत्तिः अस्ति एतस्य सूत्रस्य. इदानीं सम्पूर्णसूत्रम् एवं भवति. पदस्य महा हलि अनुस्वारः संहितायाम् इति. यत्र पदस्य मकारः तस्य अग्रिमपदस्य आरम्भे हल् अक्षरं भवति, तर्हि मकारस्य अनुस्वारः भवति इति सूत्रस्य अर्थः. अद्यतनविषयः एतावत् एव. So that's all about the today's topic. And a note to you all, if you want to watch more videos like this, please click on the subscribe button on the channel and subscribe to the channel Sanskrit.today. And also, if you like this video, please share with your friends and interested groups and people by using a share button below. And if you have any queries or if you have any feedback on this video, please post in the comment section, and also like the video if you like it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Dhanyavadaha.